Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Afro Diaspo Hustlers, where we celebrate the brilliance and the entrepreneurial spirit of the African diaspora. I am your host, Kelvin Fuamenia. On today's episode, as usual, I have with me a special guest. She is both an entrepreneur and a veteran career expert. She holds a master's degree in biomedical sciences. She's equally an expert in herbalism and natural cosmetic formulation. She has over 15 years of professional career experience under her belt, and currently she holds the position of a clinical project manager at UCB, which is one of Belgium's leading pharmaceutical companies. Aside her outstanding professional career, she is equally an entrepreneur. She is the founder of Les Racines de Daya, and she is the co-founder of the Ojama Concept Store. Welcome to the show, Helene.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Hi, Miss Helene.
Hi.
Welcome to the Afro Diaspo Hustlers.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure is mine. Well, thank you as well for taking out time from your busy. You're a mom, you have your job, and you have your businesses to run. So thank you very much for taking out time to do this with us.
It's my pleasure.
All right. So there's something your co-founder of the Ojama Concept Store made in a post about you on LinkedIn, and there's this part that really caught my attention. So I'm just going to read it out to you, and then you let me know what you think about it. So elle prouve qu'on peut venir d'une famille modeste, être immigré et noir en Belgique, et malgré toutes les difficultés, le racisme et la haine, et réussir si l'on travaille dur, si l'on persévère en associant Dieu à ses projets.
Okay.
Do you remember?
I remember this one. Who posted that?
I think it's your co-founder.
Oh,
it's under a
yes.
post on the Ojama Store concept.
Okay. Yes. I remember having said that to one of the person who contacted me at a certain point. Yes.
Okay. So what do you have to say about this quote?
I believe that when you have a dream, this dream can come true. It doesn't matter who you are, who was your parents, or what was your past. So I really believe that when you really put your heart to something, you will always find a way to accomplish what you want to accomplish.
All right.
And sometimes it will take time, but as long as you have this in your mind, you can take step by step, but you will come to it.
Eventually,
yeah. The only way is that you don't need to, you have to, you don't give up. Just don't give up. Do your best. Try to find people who can help you when it's possible. But I believe that really, if you believe, everything is possible. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. All right. I guess you've attended many job interviews before in your life.
I did, yes.
Okay. So, I guess you're familiar with the question. Tell us about yourself.
Yes.
Okay. So, in your own words, who is Mrs. Helene Kadima?
So, my name you know already. So, I'm really a person who is passionate about herbalism, about cosmetics. Now I'm entrepreneur. I love science. Actually, I work in pharmaceutical company. I am also mom, and I am also Christian.
Okay.
And I believe that my faith helped me to come where I am now.
It's very important. So, Christian, mom, scientist, and entrepreneur.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good summary.
That's a good summary indeed.
Okay. Please tell us about like your background, your childhood, and let's say your educational journey.
So I was born in Congo,
Okay.
and so I come from a very poor family, like I said before. And I came in Belgium when I was 12 years old. And so I study biomedical science at the University of ULB. ULB, and after that I start working for GSK, a pharmaceutical company, for a few months, and then I have been hired by at UCB, where I still working until
Till
now.
date.
Yes.
So
yes.
that's how many years?
It's 14. I started in 2010, so 14 years.
In UCB?
Yes, at the UCB.
That's a long time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Impressive. So how is it at UCB?
It's good. That's the reason why I'm still there. So, yeah. Actually, I have to admit that I have been blessed in my journey. To find people who believes in me and who give me the chance and who coach me at the same time. So when I have been hired at UCB, for example, when I started, I had a master degree. So normally with master degree, other people they get hired directly like a manager and things like that. So,
Okay.
but in my case, I needed a job, and I didn't find the job that was fitting exactly my level of based on my education. I had this opportunity to start as a clinical trial assistant at UCB, but the things that when I was in the interview, I told them, look, I need a job, it's true, and I agreed to start as a clinical trial assistant, but please know that I don't want to stay clinical trial assistant
For
all
the rest
my
of your
life.
career,
Yes, exactly. And I would like that you put something in place for me to grow. Yeah, that is how I started. So 2 years later, I have been promoted to senior clinical trial assistant, and then to associate project manager, and then to clinical project manager. This is my actual position. Yeah,
that's impressive. But I think sometimes maybe we are, would I say, shy, or because we are desperate and we need a job, we do not communicate like what we want. So do you encourage like the black young people to always say out what they want?
exactly.
Because maybe like you're scared, you know.
Yeah.
So.
And the other things for the black people, at least it was my case, or the case of a lot of people, when it comes, for example, to the salary, you don't discuss. You don't, when they offer you the salary, you just say yes. And you are happy because you think, okay, I'm black. It's true that I have the degree, but we are in this country where it's not that easy for black people to get position in good company. And so you don't challenge, and also you don't have the information. At least on my case, I didn't have the information of what was my value when I started, for example. But this is things that you learn. And last time I was discussing with one of the girls who also got a degree, she got also master degree in biomedical science. One of the girl of one of my friends.
The doctor?
Yes, the doctor of one of my friends. I told her, look, when you will go to search for a job, speak out. And for the position, ask me. Now you have plenty of application or website that will tell you for this level you can expect this kind of salary and so on. Because once you have been hired, to get your salary increase, it's very difficult.
It's very difficult, so it's better to set it out at the start.
Exactly.
But you know, like there's something you said about just accepting the job and stuff. It's different when you're already like, would I say, legally, you're good. But let's say for the international students, you're coming from Africa to come and study like a master's program. you have limited time to stay within the country, and then that job opportunity, it's like this is like your visa or your legal status to stay in the country. So
you just accept.
You just accept, like, because you're scared of being kicked out by by time and stuff, or just most of people just go to school to buy time. So you don't want to go to school anymore, and this is a job. And do you say no and go back to Africa? Maybe
no. I say yes. Yeah. I stay there. I get experience. You can still see the blessing where I believe in each situation you can find a blessing. Even your salary is low, you can still get advantage in that company to learn everything that you can. What is good in those kind of company, they have plenty of training. If you are not happy for your salary, you need to get advantage of something. So just to do any training that you can, feel yourself, and then you can use your experience to quit and go somewhere else. That is my advice.
Maybe get the job first before quitting.
Yes, you get the job, you get experience, you learn a lot as much you can, and you quit for another job. But before quit, you get another job. You sign first, and then you quit. Don't quit before signing, of course. Yes.
Very important. Okay, that's great advice. So there's something, I was talking to somebody, and she said, like, black people in Belgium are one of the most educated people, and equally like one of the least employed. Or even most often, the jobs, those who even are lucky to get jobs, the jobs don't match their their qualifications.
Yes.
And let's say when you go like higher up the ranks in, let's say, the C-suite positions, like black people are like nowhere to be found. So what do you think about like this statement? Is it true or no?
I believe it's true for a lot of people. But as I say, in my case, I accepted to start with lower position, but with the aim that I will grow. And sometimes I think that you can accept job that doesn't fit exactly your level of education, with the aim that I will still searching for something which is at my level. You cannot just stay like that without any job, or but it's better to go in the area where you have studied. So if it's in science, just to find a company where you can do, even it's less level, but it's still the same. It's in science environment. For example, I start in pharmaceutical company, but it was low level, knowing that my aim is to go somewhere else. And just keep that in your mind, and
at
don't
least gain experience.
Yes.
Even though you're aiming for something higher.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Some good advice.
And when I was doing this low level, but because they know that I have more capacity, I started doing like interim project manager before they give me the promotion, for example. Okay. But this is things that also you have to discuss with your manager. I can do that, but I have more capacity. And this is not only true for the black people, but I know someone who has a medical degree, but she's coming from Asia country, and she got hired as clinical trial assistant, but they give her more things to do because they know that she has the capacity to do it. And maybe one day they will give her the opportunity. Yes, exactly. And sometimes you need just to show off and say that, okay, I'm doing this, but if you have more things, I'm okay to do it without getting the pay.
So ask for more responsibility.
Yes, ask for more responsibility. Okay. They like it, especially if they don't pay it for you. And this is just an opportunity for you to show what you are capable of
doing.
Yes, and then it could you can get the right position that you are looking for.
Okay, so let's say if you already doing the job, and then when the opportunity comes, I think you're like the next best person to
exactly
to fill it.
yeah. You know, when I finish, some of my colleagues have been hired from the university.
Like your white peers, the
Yes,
white people.
exactly. They didn't even have the degree. They already got the job.
And they're already waiting for
yes,
maybe the September.
Exactly. And in my case, I had to wait for like 4 months.
After graduate?
Yes, to get the job. Okay. So, but what helped them also, at least that girl who got the hire before the graduation, she was trilingual. She was speaking English, yes, she was speaking Dutch, and she was speaking French. Okay. And in my case, I have difficulty because they always asking me if I speak Dutch or not. Mm-hmm. And I was not really speaking Dutch at the time. And that is the reason why I moved in Flanders.
Okay, you moved from Flanders?
I moved from Brussels to Flemish
you moved
region.
To the Flanders, to the Flemish region?
Exactly, because I didn't want to I want that my child will have already Dutch, English when they finish like a secondary school.
And you speak French at home, so French at home?
I speak French with them at home. My older one is almost 15 and he's already speaking Dutch, French and English. And that was because I really found that was a blocking factor when I was looking for a job at the time. They always ask you, do you speak Dutch? Do you speak English? Or my English was not perfect at the time, but I could at least have the conversation. But my Dutch was really bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think like language is a problem?
I think that language is a problem, especially in a scientific area. You need definitely to speak English. Yeah. And this is something that I understood when I was at the university. Because when I was in the third year of my master, we start doing work and you have to read scientific
papers.
Yes, and everything was in English. Even the book was in English. And I said, okay, I will need to learn English. So what I did, while I was going during the day to the university, in the evening I was going to the evening course for the English
language.
Yes.
Okay.
And I had the chance to have my cousin who was living in London. So during the summertime, I was also going there. The first year I stayed at her home and I didn't learn a lot because we were speaking French. Yeah. And then the second year I stayed in her friend's who was Jamaican
house.
So
you don't get to speak French?
Yes. And that's how I got, when I was graduated, I have okay English.
Okay. Yeah. But there's a lot of, let's say, people who are from Africa who go to universities that are English universities, but I think they still find it a challenge. Or do you think that they should maybe learn Dutch or something? Because like universities like University of Hasselt, Antwerpen, Ghent, and
at least for pharmaceutical company, that is still a problem because nowadays pharmaceutical company doesn't hire people directly. They go to agency like a CRO, clinical research organization. They will hire you, so you will work for them as a consultant. And those organizations always ask for Dutch. Even though we know all that in pharmaceutical company, the only language that we are using, which is important, is English. But they still ask you to be also Dutch speaking. Why? Because sometimes they can send you to Johnson & Johnson, who are based in Antwerp. And there you have your colleague who speak more Dutch. And it's better that you speak Dutch to be more inclusive or to get good integration in the company. Okay. You to have conversation with your colleague. But my experience is that the Dutch people, if they know that you don't speak Dutch, they will speak with you in English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they know English. Yeah.
Exactly. So this is not a problem normally, but they still will tell you that, oh yeah, but you don't speak Dutch. So we cannot send you anywhere. Because those companies live when they get contracts. So they will send you to somewhere, they will get pay because of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So the aim of this podcast, in as much as, is to celebrate like people like yourself that are doing amazing things, but we equally want to like inspire like the younger African diasporans to believe that they can as well achieve a lot through by seeing or listening to stories like yours. So what are like the key lessons based on your professional journey that you think you want to share with the younger African diasporans?
I believe that from the first thing, I told you that I was coming from a poor family. So in my head, the success was absolutely something. I said that I'm not going to die poor. I have been born in poor family, but if I die poor, it's my fault. It's because I didn't do anything to get rid of this. So even when I was choosing my thesis, for example, the work that we have to do at the end of the year to get graduated, I already have in my mind where I want to go to work. At the time it was GSK, and GSK is specialized in vaccine. And at the university what I chose was to specialize in immunology, because I knew that immunology is something that it's applicable immediately when you get to the grant in the private sector. So I didn't choose to do a PhD with protein that there is no application.
In real life?
Yes, in real life, that you still need many years to find out what it will serve and so on. So when I chose my study also, I knew that I'm not going to do commercial things, because this is already bouché. I don't know how you say that. I mean, a lot of people are doing this.
Okay, this
so
you
need
saturated.
Exactly. So you need to go to a sector that there is always penury. There is not enough people doing the same job.
Okay. So there's a lack. So the demand is way higher than the supply.
Exactly. So because I know that if they have to choose, the white will be chosen before, and then the Arabic. This is the reality. We need to recognize that. And then the Chinese maybe, and then the black will be the last one to be chosen. So you need to go to the sector, you know that there is a higher demand. So you get your chance to get the job that you want. So I'm not going to study history, because this is not going to give me any job, except being a professor at a school. But teacher. I couldn't, teacher. But I cannot do that. Okay. But I mean, you need to choose a study that you know that you have chance to find a job. And science was something we knew at the time that it's something that you need, you will get job. And I can say that in my sector, you cannot be an employee unless you don't do good job.
Okay.
For example, even if I lose my job at the UCB, it's not a problem. I always receive a lot of offer. People contacting me, do you want to change? But I don't want to change.
Right. So I'm going back to school now. I'm going back to school now to go do biomedical sciences. I did accounting and management, so it's the saturated.
But accounting is good things, because you can be entrepreneur. Yeah, there are all of these entrepreneurs who need accounting.
Okay.
So even you are not hired, so you need to choose a sector that there is a high demand, or you can create your own job.
I think for that's better IT,
IT, but accounting, I know some accounting who are making a lot of money. You can even work in a company and still doing entrepreneur.
Yeah, like yourself.
Exactly.
All right. So young people study what is in high demand.
Yeah, or something that you can be your own boss.
Out of it. Okay. So as a career professional, like, do you believe in the power of mentorship and networking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. One of my managers told me, Helene, it's not what you know, but who you know that will get you where you want to go. So the networking is very important, and you need a sponsor. Within your company, you need to find people who will be your sponsor, who will tell you, for example, the secret of the company, who will tell you things that you don't know. And to get promotion, you need also sponsor within your own company.
Okay. Sponsors like mentor, right?
Like mentors. I mean by sponsors is someone who believes in you and who will defend you somewhere, or to the people who are taking decision.
Okay.
So the best thing is to have good relationship with your manager, but also with your peer, and also with other people within the company, not only in your department, for example, if it's a big company.
So the question here is, most of these people have not even gotten the job yet. So you're talking about networking and mentorship even before getting the job.
This is important. Also, for example, I told you about this girl who just have been graduated. She needs to speak to people who are working already in the sector she wants to go. And that's important. And I think it's really important. I even tell that to this association called African Professional.
I think they had an event not long ago.
Yes, exactly. So, because I was part of this association, I didn't renew my membership this year. Not because I don't believe in them, but because I had other priority.
Okay.
And so this girl contacted me because she didn't know what to choose at the end of the last year, where to go, which sector she needs to go. And the doctor of Maureen also, she has been graduated from pharmacy, and her mom contacted me. Yeah, how she will get the job in your kind of sector. And as Black people, we don't have a lot of people who can advise us in this kind, especially in science.
Yeah.
We don't have people. And in my case, for example, when I choose my study, in my family, I didn't have anyone who can give me advice. But it doesn't need to stay like that. I think that African people need to organize themselves to start mentoring the student at school.
Okay.
Yeah. So even at secondary school, we need to speak with those who are going to choose what they are going to study at the university, because it's already important at that time.
At that stage.
Yeah.
So are you for those younger people like who are watching or who are studying like in the university and who are doing the sciences like yourself? So are you open like for mentorship or?
I am open, yeah. I actually, if someone come to me and ask me question like my cousin says that you speak too much, just give all the information. But because I missed that when I was younger, I missed that I didn't have anyone who could advise me. So if I didn't have some white folks who are nice and who are willing to share some information with me, I could just stay in my position.
Yeah.
Without growing. So, yeah.
All right. So anybody, feel free to reach out to her on LinkedIn, I guess.
Yeah, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook,
Okay.
TikTok.
All right. Let's say as students, maybe or as studying or as young graduates, how do we network the right way to get maximum results out of it? Let's say potential employment or something.
You have LinkedIn. Just Google. Google on LinkedIn the professionals that are in your where you want to go. For example, if you want to work on a pharmaceutical company, Google who is working on the pharmaceutical company. Google in LinkedIn, you can just, for example, look for, I don't know, clinical project manager. The name will come. And you can look who is there. Or if you, you want to work at GSK, you click GSK, you will see the people who are working at GSK. You can choose someone and start asking him questions just
like
to introduce.
How do you approach in such a way that doesn't feel like a burden to him, you know?
I have been asked this kind of question. People contact the student finished school, contacted me via LinkedIn. I was not offended because of that, because I knew that they need this. And I think that most of people out there are nice and want to share the information they have, and they would like to share this information, but you need to find them and ask.
Approach them.
Yes, ask and you will be given. So if you don't ask, you don't get.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the challenges that you faced as a career professional, and what advice can you give to the young African diasporans in such a way that they don't make the same, or they don't go through the same challenges you faced?
So, be diplomatic. Be diplomatic all the time. And don't speak too much. Don't share all your feelings. And for me, I don't share my private life, for example, at work. To one or two people. Really, because it's the relationship that makes everything work for you. And so yes, be diplomatic, be nice to everybody when you can. And a lot of resilience. It's necessary. And don't take it personally each time.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not because you have a problem with someone that you need to think immediately, yeah, it's because I'm black. Don't have this in mind. Just say that this person is a stupid person. It's human, and humans are stupid. I mean, it doesn't
necessarily mean because you're black or something.
Exactly. So don't have this in mind, because this is a blocking factor. You just need to think that I am human. And everybody is human. It's not because you are black that you have some kind of problem. This can happen to anyone.
Okay.
Although it could happen more to African people or black people, but don't have this in your mind, because I believe things have changed, and especially now. I believe this is the season for black people. You know, there is this diversity thing in all companies. Diversity is now the things
The
that
trend,
everybody wants to go diverse, and so it's the chance for the African people. You can use it right now.
Sure. Everybody wants the black people
Exactly,
for the pictures,
for the picture, and
Okay.
and that's the right time to get your chance to
get employed.
Yeah.
All right. That's great. So, anyways, we are done with the professional side.
Okay.
And we now do the entrepreneurship aspects.
It was two interview apart. Okay.